Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to Ian's Adventures once again in the great outdoors. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Enjoy the video. Finally here, if you look over here, I'm hoping you can see, that's Fox House behind us. We've parked up here just outside the Fox House on the road. We're not using their car park. And I'm just coming here to show you my rucksack. You can see down here, I'm quite sure you can. Got my old bedroll, that's all I use. I use this when I use my hammock because it's a lot easier. That's my rucksack, military Birkin. I've got my poles in case I need to use them for building any kind of basher. There's my machete outside there. I've got my hunting knife, survival knife inside there. I don't go hunting, I'm vegan, you don't kill things. So we're going to go from here now. We're going to head over, this is Darren again, he's got his rucksack on now, he's all ready. We're going to head over towards Froggatt and Lawrencefield. It's going to be dark, like I say, it's November, and we'll be setting camp up. But everything from this point on, as far as I can see, is going to be done with torches. Now we're actually out on the hill for the Padley Gorge, not far from Fox House, as you can see. This is the top of Padley Gorge. That's Darren. And this is the bridge that goes across Padley Gorge. And these stones, I'm going to show you these stones up here. Excuse me, sir. These stones up here have been here a long time. So you pass through them, you come down here, and go across this bridge to the other side. As Darren's going. Okay, then we're going to head over the field here. Then we're going to turn left and head down towards Lawrencefield. Now I'm dubious now as to whether to bother with an hammock. I might just stick myself on the floor and build myself a bivvy, which would be quite good fun. Right, what a bit of predicament. We're actually on site now. Who knows who around Doz? Doz has tents here. Okay. The problem we've got is got off his mate. Brilliant little tents, very cheap but really good for what they are. But the problem we've got, it's got no pegs. And I knew that when we set off, but I thought I got more pegs than what I got. Whoops. I've got enough pegs to get my bivvy together. I'll show you that in a bit. But you can see these little tents. I mean, Dave came with me on a camp last time. And he had the same kind of tent, same mech and everything. Belting little tent, waterproof, small, lightweight as hell, and go up in 2 minutes. But like we say, it's got no pegs with it. So what do? This is what we do. We found a bit of dead wood. This is a bit of dead wood that's been split off that tree. You see, that's a fallen tree, so it's all dead wood. Dad, can you put it over here, mate? Yeah. Give me a light, man. Yeah. Okay, so well, let's just sit over there anyway. So what I'm to do, we've got a bit of dead wood. Okay. Now, when you use a machete, always make sure you use a lanyard so that you don't let the machete fly at your hand like you used to when you were playing rounders at school. Baseball, if you're American. I'm going to get this here, and we're going to hack through. Okay, so I can line this sensor up a little bit, so we can get this. Now this is British issue machete, okay, but it's in some foreign country. As you see, I'm aiming the machete away from me, okay, so I'm not going to hit my leg, okay, we're all good. It's going through it nicely, isn't it? Cracking stuff. Look how quick that's gone through that, and it's hard wood this, it's off, I think it's silver birch. Yep, I think. Yeah, it's a silver birch. So it's good. I think it is anyway. I'm not a tree connoisseur. So that's going through lovely. So nearly there. Kick it off because I don't want to hammer my machete on that rock. So I'm just going to hack into that now, just for the last few strokes. Okay. So there we go. So we get rid of the mother tree, so to speak. And we end up with this. What we're going to do is I'm going to trim that up. Okay, then I'm going to whittle it down. I'm going to basically split the wood because this wood's quite hard. I'm going to turn it into pegs, and I'll come back to you and I'll show you the pegs we've got and show you the pegs in ground. Alright, see you in a bit. Bye! Okay, we've got down to this point now. We're down to this point where we've got the wood, nice clean wood, nice and dry. And all I'm doing is popping my machete end, keeping my legs well away, yeah, and just carefully just popping through. Now do you remember, I don't know if any of you lot were at scouts or such like, all I'm just topping, I don't hit my fingers, look. That's all I'm going to do. Any of you lot were at scouts or whatever, We used to have them wooden pegs. This is basically the same situation. And we're making them out in wild, out of dead wood from a tree. And Dad can sleep in comfort. It's the same thing you do if you were preparing wood for a fire, isn't it? See how we're going to end now, so I don't really want to go forward that any further. Yeah. Now see how they're fairly thick. We can go with that again, look. There we go. Let's smash in. That's lovely. See that one again. There we go. So I've got pegs on and sharpen them off. Okay, so 1, 2, and I'll keep going until I've got enough. I think we need about 8 with us.
Yeah.
About 8 of these. I'm going to get me, got my other knife here. Trying this out for the first time today. It's Bear Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife. Obviously that's all it's got a whistle on it. Yeah, I'm not going to blow it because we'll end up with all sorts of fire engines and helicopters coming. Firestone. On the inside of there it's got a diamond sharpener, which is really good. Yeah, down inside there, you can see. Again, a few people have mentioned this, considering it's supposed to be quite a good knife. Some people have moaned because they said they snapped the handle. I'll see how that goes. It don't go all the way through, it says it goes all the way through, it don't. This here, tacky-ish, I'll not swear, but that'll be coming off eventually. I'll be putting a little paracord thing on that. Right, but overall, it's like a pretty damn good knife. A lot of people, quite professional people, have looked at these knives and said they're good. So I thought, well, I'll buy it and I'll try it, and it's as simple as that. So all we're doing is whittling down, as you can see. Well, we've been here a while now. Dad has gone for a sit down, lay down. So I'm going to run through basically how this bivvy's set up, because I've just bivvied it ground. But I've put my hammock up and all, just to sort of, like crash out and that. I brought my brandy, as you do. I don't have a lot of brandy. I've got like just a dram or whatever, if you can call it a dram or brandy, but in case I have to get home. Now what I've done, I found a little gully on top of a hill, and it's like on a slight slant. Now my preference for camping or sleeping is to actually sleep slightly sat up. I don't know if anybody else is the same. So what I've done is this. Put it here so it's setting. As you can see here, look. You take it down here. If you can see, it's camouflage. To tree, yeah, straight across bottom, into that slight gully there, but water can run off. Ironically down to Daz's tent. Daz, my water's going to run into your tent. Anyway, and then back up here onto this tree. Now because me bivvy was slightly long, I've tied in on a guy rope here, and that runs up into the top of the tree, and it sort of goes round the tree, so the water's going to run straight off Daz's tent. And then it goes round here, over the top of the hill, so I'm actually in the gully, and I've left it open at one end to get fresh air through. You see this? Now if it starts getting a little bit nasty, I can just drop that there, I can't see, drop that there, down to there, and then it'll close it off totally. Okay. And then it's open up at this end, away from the wind. See that? And I've got one of them little green tent poles, and that's tied to this tree. Now you're going to see this better tomorrow, because we'll do a bit of video tomorrow. I just wanted to give you an idea what it is like now. Now there's my Bergen, alright, and everything's there that I need. Down there is my water bottle. I don't think I'm going to need it. To be honest, let's consider that people can live 40 to 45 days without food. We don't walk that much tonight, and sometimes I fast for up to like 3-4 days on occasion. So going without something to eat just overnight is no big deal. I've got snacks in there, but if I feel like I'm hungry, I'll get some. Right, that's my camping stove. It's just a general camping stove, couple of pans. My food's in that can bag there. Obviously there's my machete and everything all tied in, all nice and safe. There's my woolly hat. There's my military military bag there, and then there's my sleeping bag, my down sleeping bag there, military one, and it's open at far end, as you can see. Okay, so that's how it is, and it's got underneath. I've got a little ground sheet, and underneath that, point it out, it's just one of these foam mats. So I've got the ground sheet, the foam mat, and then I've got my sleeping bag, yeah, and then if it gets cold, I've got my bivvy bag. And if it gets even colder for any reason we're starting another ice age, I've got my woolly hat, I've got another fleece jacket inside there, and I've got some softy pants. Softy trousers, military ones. Yeah, it's all military. Not trying to be a soldier, done them days. Yeah, it just means that this gear is tough, right? It lasts a long time, I can stick it up ground, I can stay warm and dry, it keeps me out of elements. Yeah, it's all good. Little pegs there, I think we look, them pegs I made for Dad, and I've kept this one because I run out of pegs for the other side. Normally I bring loads of pegs, but I don't know why I did this time. Right. And I've stuck the hammock up. I've got some photographs of me lounging around in my hammock. But now we're going to go down to Bottom Hill. Now this is that cheapish tent, and I keep saying cheapish, the good little tent. I can never pronounce this, so I'm going to show you. You right in there, Dad? You can't hear me, he's got headphones on.
You alright? What's up?
I'm just saying, are you alright?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good. Sol oyster. It's a bit of an oyster. Right, it's got stealth camping.
Don't start taking mickey.
He's got his Christmas lights.
Get it dark.
He's got his Christmas lights in his tent. This is absolutely top nuts.
It's here.
And let's go and have a look at these little pegs that I made. Hey, do you like your pegs, Dad?
They're fantastic. They don't drop me.
I'm right, Dad. Here we are, look. Plastic. Sorry, wooden pegs. I don't know if I've got plastic, but mine's not my own.
Back into reality again.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Right. So there you go. So, you know what? Funny thing about this, I don't really know where I am. We got out of the car, we walked over top of Lawrencefield, and then just headed down into the valley and ended up here.
We don't know where here is.
We don't know where it is. Where it is. What it is here, it's on these little peg holes here. Just going to stick a couple of little wooden pegs in there. Next time I'm going to bring a lot more pegs. Yeah. Well, last time I came without my paracord, but I had some military scrim net, so I just trimmed it down and used cord off of that, or cordage. Americans call it cordage. I don't know if they're doing it in England. I never have done. Right, so there you go. Gives you a general idea. We're going to get to see that better tomorrow. Let's just see how bad it gets. Weather tonight will be good. Well, these poles, you see, if necessary, I could just drop that down, and if it gets really bad, I can just drop it down to the ground at this end, and that becomes a great big sort of bivvy cover, and that'll drop down as well over there. Right, speak to you in a bit. This is lovely. What a place, eh? What a place. Come on, people, get your sends out. This is absolutely smashing. Well, when I put this bivvy together between these two trees on top of this hillock, I think that's the word for it, a hillock, it's got an indentation at the top. I thought, oh, what a wonderful way to set myself up. Now I've got a gap at the top, and I did it on purpose. I like to get air blowing through when I'm sleeping. I don't like it to be all stuffy and getting all that condensation stuff like roof, and I've got a nice big open area here. As wind's got up a little bit, rather than messing about and untying that front tree, I've just stuff my rucksack in all, and if it gets a little bit wet, I'll just put my Bergen cover on, and it's done it. It's just stopped wind coming through totally. I always keep my knives next to me when I sleep, my gloves, I need them, and here, if you see the difference in colour, this one here, this one, you see, that's my sleeping bag, down sleeping bag, but next to it I've got a jungle sleeping bag. That's what they're good for, jungle sleeping bags. I don't have much else unless it's summer. Just to top up, stick a few more degrees on when you're sleeping. So yeah, there you go, inside my bivvy. It's lovely and warm, hardly any wind. Oh, that's my phone ringing, my spooky ringtone. I'll have to phone them back. I'll speak to you in a bit, just thought I'd show you inside once I've put my rucksack up there. Okay, so the time is now 10:30. 10:30 at night, laid here in my bivvy, about to cook my dinner. Got the burner going, got the standard burner, but it's getting that water burning, bubbling lovely. Okay, so what we're having for tea, what's for main meal today? We're looking at bean feast In here I've got onions and tomatoes and stuff for frying. Yes, I've got a little bit of fry up, big hot fry pan. And then in the other little bag there, I've got my jalapenos, of course. And then I've got all El Paso tortilla wraps to mix it all up with. And then obviously you've got to have rice, so we're having rice. There you go. Yeah, Tesco Healthy Living rice. It's all vegan and Fijata seasoning mix. Oh, you know what? Can't go wrong, can you? It's all vegan. And then if you want sweeteners, well, that's starting to get a bit warm now. I'll just cut that off there a little bit. Ooh, 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 look at that. Look at that. It's a rolling boil. Rolling boil. That's smashing. We'll take that down a bit. Just ticking over. Oh, go on. I've got it the wrong way. That's why you. That's good. Oh, smashing. So I get it down to a rolling boil. Because this bean feast stuff, this thing keeps falling off. It's one of the little snap lights. I'll put that back on there. Bean feast, it's been out for like spitting out like lava and just like really killing you. These, I have to tell you about these. I get these from Tesco's. It's a bounce energy ball. It's protein. It's a protein bomb, totally vegan. Cocoa mint. And these, I thought no on them. I got told they're like an energy thing. I thought, nah, whatever. So I went away camping. I got a bit tired. I thought I'll try one. Munched it down. Thought no on it. I thought, well, I'll get another one down. Ate another one. Didn't sleep all night. I'm in a mess. These are absolutely bang full of energy. It's like I would advise anybody vegan or not to get them. I got my coffee stuff over here and a few cup of soups and bitsy bobsies, but it's all good. It's all good. And for me, people say, well, you have to have. That's going really well. It's actually boiling really well. That's better. Get it down. People say, well, what do you do about milk? I can have soya milk, but obviously I don't want to take a big cut of soya milk. So I take this Alpro single cream, and I just make the coffee with that. So I'll be having some of that in a bit. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to get this going, and we'll pop back to you in a bit. So it's all a bit Mexican tonight. Dad, sing Mexican. Arriba! I don't even know if that's Mexican, but it sounds a bit Mexican to me. Okay, so you can continue with that, Daz. La cucaracha, la 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 cucaracha. And I use one of these. Cheap as chips. I think it cost me about £1, if that. Came with carabiner on it. I don't use silly carabiner. But light. And it'll cook everything I want to. Only people say, well, what happens if you want to use your knife and fork? You're camping. Don't mess about with a knife and fork. Just either eat with your fork, or just cut it up a bit and then use your spoon. You know what I mean? What you're doing? You go for a 3-course meal at a restaurant. You're out in fields, you're in woods. Just eat it, just use it. It's either that or a bit of wood. I mean, I've used bits of wood and slate before, you know what I mean? And I've got this for cooking. I even think that's a bit posh. It's a wooden spoon. I've trimmed the handle off so it fits in here. You know what I mean? That to me, that's posh. So there you go. Right, speak to you in a minute. Bye. Okay, I'm not sure if you can even see me. I'm thinking you can because of the light there. Okay, so we're cooking his dinner now. I've got me meat on. Okay, you know, me mince. Okay, fair enough. It's only like, I think it's like it's not even corn, is it? It's like soya bolognese. Anyway, I've got that going. You can see it here. Yeah, that's all going. And now I've got this Tesco stuff. Look at that. Oh, you can't see it, can you? Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's sexy, is that? Sexy rice. And once I've done that, I've got the other stuff to fry up, all my onions and everything. If you hear what sounds like a crow, that's my phone. Okay, it's my phone. So I'll talk to you again in a minute. I'm just showing you how that's cooking nicely boiling. Let's have a look at that. Look at that boil. Look at that. Oh, it's just turning over lovely, is that? Bubble, bubble, bubble. Toil and trouble. Oh, I feel like a warlock. Yeah. You know, Daz is over there. He don't talk much. He just sits in his tent and sort of ignores me. And every now and again, he'll just say something to just like, you know, let me know that he's actually still alive. Right, this is an important bit. I've just heard a sheep, but it sounded a bit demonic. My belly moved earlier on. I thought it was a warlock or something. Hey, look. Important point. What's that? What's giving me that shadow? I've got a shadow that's coming from somewhere. It's freaking me out a bit. I don't know. Oh, camera, I'm a dope again. Right, okay. So we're frying this up. You know what it's missing? It's got onions in there. Yeah, tomatoes. Oh, so nice. And it's burning because I didn't bring enough oil. Yeah, and then this bit, bear with me, I've already split these little bags on eBay. Like, I'm vegan, yeah, so I can't have ration packs. I can have some of the stuff, but I can't have it all, and I got jealous. So I went online, and I thought, well, what can I do? What can I do? Why won't this open? And I found these little sealed containers. This one don't work, so I have to just rip it up. Bear with me, I'm ripping it on with my teeth. Okay, we're in. We're going to win it. Right, what this is? Yep, jalapenos. Get them in, get them frying. Oh, out. Get them frying. That's cooled it down, hasn't it? You hear that? Them jalapenos, nice or not, it actually shocked the frying pan. Here we go. Oh. And then this has all been done, yeah, rather than just banging it in there, I'm going to bang some of that in here, I think, and then I can open my wraps up and I can start stuffing my wraps full of my wonderfulness, because if you look in there, that's actually got rice in it already. It's already got rice in, and I'm cooking everything on a really, really low heat, yeah, because I've got, see, like I've put that in leaves, give it a bit of nature. Oh, this is going lovely now. And then I can have my wraps. I bet you're all jealous, aren't you? And you're looking at this and thinking, oh my God, I wish I were vegan and cooking that. If you want to go vegan, I'd advise it really, really good. It's really healthy, apparently, it makes you look younger. I don't know, because I don't think I do. If you want to see me set up here, like I've got my little torch on there, on my leg, and my bivvy, and I've got this and that, and all my stuff just spread out like a complete mess. There you go. But this is ace. This is ace. People, you're missing this, people. People who aren't coming out camping and bivvy camping. You're missing it. And it's sad. Really sad that you're missing it. Right, so I've got that in there. And you know what? Guess what else I've got just to make it right like so special. That's going in. Bear with me. I'm going to put you down a second again. I know I feel it insulting putting you down like that all the time, because it's just like, you know, throwing you to one side. But I've got to put some hot sauce on. Hot food when you're out camping, it's just awesome. It just makes it that little bit special. I'm going to put too much on, I know I have. Oops, I put too much on. There we go, and it's in. Are you listening to all this, Daz? Yeah, you keep up to date, mate. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This is camping, you know what I mean? This is not in your kitchen, putting a like special meal together for your girlfriend, or you know, you're gonna ask her to marry you and stuff. This is camping in a bivvy, in a place where you don't know where you are, because you've just like got out of the car and just walked into blackness at night and just stuck your tent up. And all that loveliness down there. I'm gonna bounce that in there. You fell off the stove, that was funny. So I'll get back to you when I'm ready for filling these up, my tortilla wraps. See you in a minute. Bye. Right, I'm hoping you can see this next phase because it's quite special. This is where we put it all together. In here, look. Like this. I've gone for a different camera angle now. You're actually attached to my chest harness. I'll use that quite a bit when I'm going gorge scrambling or doing water sports and stuff. That's cooked. Daz, it's done. You're not going to have any, are you, Daz? Because like, you don't like spicy food or out. Lulu keeps messaging me. Not letting me see what her messages are though, because they're mine. Yeah, she's Lucy normally does cooking at home. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm a bit that way. I think she enjoys cooking, don't get me wrong. I'm not a chauvinist. I don't believe that women should just cook, you know what I mean? But Lucy enjoys cooking. It's one of them things. And she's damn good at it. I'm going to be honest with you. She really is good at it. Right, so if we can just set your sights up on there. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'll have to do it with my hand. I can't say for definite you're going to see me. So I've got to do it with my hands. That's it, we're off. Right, okay, so we're down there now, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the, I've got one out now, look, there's my Fujita. So I'm going to get it out, and I'm not going to get it out, that sounds wrong. I'm going to get it all prepared and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so I'll see you in a minute. Right, we're back again. Sorry about that. So it's there, look at that. I ain't got any salad. I'm sorry. I've got no salad. But we've got all fry up stuff in there. You know, your tomatoes and your onions and your stuff. And then we've got jalapenos, and then I've got my sexy Fujita sauce. And I've got me pretend meat and everything. And I'm going to roll that up and I'm going to scoff it. I just wanted you to see how I cook. Yeah, that's me coffee stuff. Yeah. On my jet boil, I've got one of them coffee pressers, so I'm going to be quite posh with that. But that's all I'm using. That's all I use for a cooker. Right. So I'm going to be scoffing all that, and I'll probably eat all that. I say I'm not going to do, but I always do because I'm a greedy get. And then when all my food's gone, I'll sit there with face on. You know, like when you've just fed your dog loads and loads of food, especially a Labrador. If anybody's got a Labrador, they'll just empty your fridge, your cupboards, eat all your dinner, eat its own food, go next door, clear their house out, and then it'll sit there like a barrage balloon, puke, and then it'll go and do it all again with next door neighbour on the other side. They're really, really greedy, the Labradors. And we've got Labrador Jack Russell crosses, so they're generally just really greedy apart from Simon, because he's just like a Jack Russell. So we call them Jackdaws, because it's a cross between a Labrador and a Jack Russell. Over there, I've got me, you can't see it, but I've got my standalone camera. Me camera that's looking for animals and stuff, and it's just sitting there. And every 3 or 5 minutes, I can't remember which one now, it takes 30 seconds of video. That's going to be quite spooky, because you've seen these things on YouTube where you get these horrible monsters and stuff coming through woods and taking photos of them, and like Bigfoot and stuff. So I'm expecting some of that coming round after my Mexican food, but we'll have to see. I might put it out and see if we can get some animals around it. Anyway, I'll speak to you in a bit. Bye. I've had to come back to you. I don't know what I've just cooked. I think I've given birth to some alien. It's the hottest thing I've ever eaten. I think I did something wrong. I think I just went for everything that were hot, not realising that the one thing that might have been hot would have been hot enough. Oh, everything's hot. It's hot as hot can get. Burning my mouth. Lulu, you've got to start coming camping so you can... Ow! So you can cook food. It's too hot. It's too hot. Ow! I'm going to eat it anyway, but it's too hot. If you cook what I've just cooked, just be very careful, won't you? Or just get like 15 gallons of milk. Ow! Daz! It's too hot! Oh, I've got to turn this off so I can deal with this deal. I might have to drink my cream out of my fingers. Okay. Time 20 to 12 on my G-Shock watch. I love G-Shock with it watches. Anyway. Update, or let's just sum everything up what's gone off, shall we? We got here finally, and we got out of the car. It's already gone dark. After doing a little bit of videos, we're coming through down Roe Marshall. I'm probably covered in dinner. And we drove through Sheffield in more or less rush hour. Not best experience. And then we got to Derbyshire and we jumped out of the car, left the car at Fox House, and then we walked down it dark across the open thing at Lawrencefield near the Froggatt. We actually crossed the bridge at Padley Gorge. Came over the ridge and down we're actually on the ridge as it goes down into the Hope Valley. Tomorrow I'll be getting some video of Hope Valley. It's called Southern Surprise for a reason, like a spot of natural beauty. It's an incredible view all the way down the valley, so you'll get to see that. See if I can get some photos. Not rushing off tomorrow, so we'll get some bits and bobs done. We set us camp up. Daz is down there in the tent, and I'm up here in my bivvy, and it's all good. That's that light, by the way. That's that little light. It's one of the snap lights doing its job. Right. I've had my dinner. It was too hot, and I don't normally take milk. I took the cream stuff, and it hopefully, well, it has done the job. It's got rid of the burning. Oh boy, I'm going to the toilet tomorrow. I was just saying to Dan, we had a funny, it's a bit gross this, but if you don't like gross stuff, switch off. I went down to the bottom of the hill down here, and obviously you go to the toilet quite well when you're out, because you naturally squat. That's what we're supposed to do. It's the best way to go to the toilet. So I took my jacket off and put it on the floor and stepped forward about 2 steps, squat down and did what I was doing. And then I suddenly realised, I thought, I ain't crapped in my jacket, have I? Oh God, I had a real worry, because I thought if I've crapped in my jacket, that jacket wouldn't be going home, because I think I just cleared out about 4 days. So, tell people to come back if they've walked out of the room. If anybody's interested in my accent, it's quite broad, and because I'm from Yorkshire. When I was a singer for a fair few years, about 20 years, 24 years, or 22 years, I used to go on stage and talk with a broad Yorkshire accent, and people from like Wales and Birmingham didn't have a clue what I was talking about. It was really funny. I was rattling on, nobody knew what I was about. So there it is. And dinners, afterwards I cleaned all dinner plates out roughly, you know, what you do with leaves, because there's no streams here. And I've put all dinner down there, so I'm expecting every lion for about 25 miles coming round now. So that camera over there is taking video. It wasn't. I've been trying to set it up properly. I can never set them up properly, but it's been doing video every 3 minutes. It videos for 30 seconds. I don't know how long 32 gig cards are going to last, but I expect to see some bizarre animals when I come to look back on it. And the weird thing is, you know, you're laid in your bivvy and it's open to that side to look back on that video and see something really horrible come crawling up that hill and peering inside. You think, you're saying, well, you know, at that point you could actually have been dinner. So, but I tell you what, that dinner were hot, and I can't. What I've put down there, if any animal eats that, I ain't tattling it. I ain't tattling an animal that can eat that Mexican food. No, I'm all right. I'll just eat me. Just eat me away. I'm good. I'm not going to fight with that. Anyway, I think this is the last chat for tonight. I've no idea what this video is like. I've just got these lights swinging from the roof. Well, that's going to stroke people out. So I'll speak to you in the morning, unless something really, really exciting, bizarre, crazy happens, like, you know, a helicopter crashes onto us. God, I hope I'm not duping us. Or something like that happens during night. I'll see you at morning. Good night. God bless. See you soon. Bye bye. Good morning, world. Well, last night I slept very, very well indeed. In fact, the time is now. What time is it, Daz? He's going to let you.
9:59.
Hey?
Nearly 10 o'clock.
Nearly 10 o'clock. I don't normally sleep till this time. Oh, absolutely wonderful night's sleep. And we had some wind last night. It was great. Bivvy held out gorgeously. Little bit of residue there, not a lot, if anything. I'll tell you what, how often is it you get to wake up to a view like that in the morning? Look at that. Oh, that's straight out my front bay window. Oh, sun's shining, lovely weather. Oh, it's like Teletubby land with trees. Lovely stuff. So, what I'm going to do now, plan of attack, is to get me set up and just lay everything out and get myself a nice cup of coffee. It's always nice to have a cup of coffee in the morning. I think I've been sleeping last night. Something on my eyebrow. unless an animal during the night has tried to come and eat my eyebrow, I don't know. But my eyebrow's hurting. That's my eyebrows hurting.
Your Hebrew's hurting.
Hebrew. Say
Oh
hello to them,
dear.
everybody.
We've done more, man.
Oh, hang on, the camera's gone over. It's there. How are your tent, Daz?
Absolutely ace, mate.
Yeah, you're going to say thank you to Carl,
Yes,
did you?
thank. Cheers, Carl. Diamond.
He's a good man, he's Carl.
Yes, a very good man.
So I'm going to get out in a minute and I'll show you me bivvy and we'll move on from there. I think that's the best thing to do. And in a bit we're going to take his stuff down. Not yet, there's no rush, is there? But last night, Daz's tent looked like Father Christmas's tent. With all these flashing disco lights, it was great. It was like for a bloke once who put a video on for Christmas. It's really well known on here, and for life of me, I'm rubbish at remembering names. But he put a video on, and he went into the woods, and it was Christmas, and he put all lights in his tent. He's gonna know it. If he ever sees this, he'll know who he is. He's put lights in his tent, and he said it were gnomes having a party. All gnomes and elves and fairies having a party, and it chuckled me up. I thought it was really funny. Anyway, speak to you in a bit. Bye. Alright, finally out my hammock. Not my hammock. I'm finally out my bivvy. Yeah. It's because I was in my hammock early on between them trees last night. So, here we are. Oh, you can't pay for this. Daz is already packing up. Look at this. Look at that sun going through trees. All these silver birch. Absolutely lovely. Let's get you on that tree so you just see. Right, we're going to pop over here and have a look at my hammock. Just get this down here a bit. There we go, that's better. I know what we're doing now. You can walk down here. Smashing. Right, this is where camera were last night. That was videoing, taking video, every sort of 35 minutes. So we'll see if there's any beasts came. We'll head over here. So this gives you an idea what's going on. There you go. Ian's accommodation for night. Now people, please remember to take your rubbish home with you. We always do, don't we? Yeah. So everything we cook, everything that we use, any plastic bags. I try not to take plastic bags, but any I do take, I take home with me. Okay, so you can see how I've set this out. I kept going on last night about it being on top of a little hillock. So people will say, oh, it's not, it's on top of it, it's a hill. I said, no, it's a hillock, you pillock. Here we go. So we go around here. It's just tied into the top of here. You can see I like to sleep on a bit of an hill, mate. Not an hill, but an incline. And that's the gap where I just stuck my rucksack in, and if it were going to rain, I'd have just stuck my sack bag on. Now we're down this side, so it just cuts into the side of that hill there. So it breaks up the shape of the bivvy. If anybody walking past, they're not even going to know that I'm there, because it becomes part of the hill if I just come over here. Always try to make them blend into the actual environment there. If you can see that, sun. Nice to see it sun this time of year. See, anybody walking past, that's just sort of continues. Hope you can barely see And at this end, again, straight down to the corner, tied into the tree nicely, and then that for airflow, and just tied into that tree. But last night I had my hammock between these two trees. I think you could see that. There's that little tent that Daz has been using. I think it only took 25 quid, don't it, Daz?
Yeah.
And it's been brilliant. Yeah, it's only a 1 manor. And like Daz says, you know, next time he's going to use a 2 manor, but I've had 1 manor.
That stuff though, and I like to move about.
That's right. That Robin's last time that had that's a bit bigger in it.
Yeah.
Robin's Cloud 1, old one. You don't get him anymore. You can get Cloud 1s, but they're not the same as they used to be.
No, they're not.
Where we are now is a lot of grindstones that have been cut out at rock, and that's nice to see that a bit of history here. This is where we're going to walk out. Look at this, just look at this in the morning. Absolutely belted. So there we go. So we're going to walk out now up onto the top of the hill, and we're going to show you the view from what looks like what's known as Sudden Surprise, top of Froggatt. Alright? See you in a bit. Okay, we're finally up on Sudden Surprise. This is the reason we sort of came here. That was my idea as I was driving in, and this is why. If you just check this out, look at that for the view, all the way down Oak Valley. Unbelievable. Used to bring people climbing up here when I was young. I used to work with Endeavour Training, part of the John Hunt Exploration Group. Instead over here is a drop. And having people just wandered off of that. Oopsie daisies. So there you go. And the reason it's called Sun Surprise also is for this reason. The cars come down here. There's down and look, waiting to go, all you get. They drive down the road and it comes to a sudden bend. Just there. And to my knowledge, a few people it's got fresh mortar, a few might have gone over the top of it. All good stuff. All good.